Dealing with risks associated with freediving. Having discussed the risks associated with blackouts and hypoxic fits, now we will cover other risks connected with freediving. They can be divided into risks associated with your body, your diving environment, scuba diving, water pressure, and your buddy. We will look at each in turn and then consider how to create a risk assessment and dive plan. Personal risks. Dehydration. Freedivers can easily become dehydrated through a combination of 3 factors: immersion diuresis, sweating in a wetsuit, and breathing out through the mouth. Dehydration also causes the blood to become thicker, making the heart work harder to pump blood around the body, which uses up more oxygen and dulls mental processes. It is important to be well hydrated prior to a dive. Keep drinking small amounts during the dive and then make sure afterward you keep drinking fluids. Food. Every freediver is different, and any nutritional advice should be based on what works for you as an individual. When your body is immersed in water, the digestive process slows or stops. If you have food in your stomach, then it will just sit there, often causing belching and reflux. You should not dive when you are very hungry either, as your blood sugar levels will be very low, and this can cause impaired cognitive function and increase the chance of a hypoxic episode. Smoking and alcohol. Smoking produces large amounts of carbon monoxide, which binds to hemoglobin 140 times stronger than oxygen. This means that as a smoker, you are preventing your blood from carrying the optimum amount of oxygen. Alcohol impairs cognitive and motor skill function and dehydrates the body, which can lead to sinus congestion. The after effects of alcohol can last a long time, so it is not advised to drink the evening before a dive session. Recreational drugs. Drugs affect the mind and the body, causing a dulling of cognitive function or overexcitability. They can also lead to dehydration and should be avoided at all costs. Tiredness. If you are tired, then your mind and body will not function properly. Freediving produces a lot of free radicals due to cells working anaerobically, and this can make you feel incredibly tired after a dive session. Stress. Stress can be acute and it can be chronic. Learning relaxed abdominal breathing can be the most important lesson anyone takes from a freediving course, and it will have positive impacts on all areas of your life. Personal hygiene. With a long freediving session and the effects of immersion diuresis, most freedivers end up urinating in their wetsuits. If you have sensitive skin, then this can easily cause a rash, particularly if using an open cell wetsuit or one lined with fabric, with plenty of holes for bacteria to hide out in. Medication. If you are on medication, then you should always consult your doctor to make sure that there are no contradictions for freediving. Risks from the environment include weather, temperature, tides and currents, topography, litter, and the flora and fauna of the aquatic environment. Pressure-related risks for freedivers include eye barotrauma, middle ear barotrauma, hood squeeze, sinus barotrauma, lung barotrauma, nitrogen narcosis, and decompression sickness. Making a risk assessment and dive plan. Whenever you get to a new dive site, or whenever conditions change at a dive site you are familiar with, you should write a risk assessment. This is a document to help you identify potential risks, put together a plan for reducing the likelihood of them occurring, and have a plan in place should one occur. A dive plan should encompass the beginning, middle, and end of your session, starting before you get in the water. There should be clear communication on when you will start and finish, what the objectives are, and what roles and responsibilities each person has. Each dive site and group will have their needs. However, a first aid kit with a pocket mask and a working phone should be mandatory for all divers. Writing your risk assessment should help you evaluate what you need to bring. Freediving safety is ultimately about acquiring knowledge about the sport by taking a course and working with an instructor. Progressing slowly, listening to your body, and being able to react appropriately should something go wrong.